Okay, so basically today I'll be giving you a overview of what is Anaplan, what and all comprises of Anaplan, and why organizations use Anaplan. Like when compared to other technologies, I'll be walking through the capabilities of the Anaplan technology, right? And then we will do a little deep dive further in by logging into the workspace and then seeing how the Anaplan UI looks and what all we can do within Anaplan. Okay, so basically, Anaplan is a cloud-based planning tool. When I say cloud-based, anyone can log in from anywhere. It's very easy to access and it's very dynamic, very robust, very dynamic. Uh, um, so that's the beauty about Anaplan. Like all the difficulties or the challenges that we face with other planning tools are mostly taken care in Anaplan, like mainly used in planning the business of different organizations. One sec. Yeah, so mainly, as I said, like it's a cloud-based planning tool. Anyone can log in from anywhere. It provides the best user experience. It's very simple, very easy to use. Like once we have set up the model or we have created the model within the workspace, we can integrate the Anaplan model with other systems. When I say integration, like you can bring in the source data from upstream systems and load it within Anaplan and eventually use that data to plan the business and write some custom formulas, logics, and all of that, do some processing within the workspace or within the model. And eventually that processed data can be projected as a report or it can be shown as a dashboard to the end users. All of this will happen on the cloud. And recently, Anaplan has also brought in a mobile application which that is an extension of the cloud the desktop version. Basically, the users can access their reports or the dashboards from their mobile devices, their personal devices. So it is that robust and that dynamic, right? So I'll just stop here to see if you have any questions in terms of knowing like whatever we spoke right now, like anything
Okay,
of your mind.
I get an idea. Okay, like it.
Okay, yeah, cool. So basically the Anaplan fundamental comprises of five things, right? So as soon as anyone tells about Anaplan, these five things should come up, like the workspace, and within the workspace there will be multiple models, and within the model there will be multiple modules, and within a module there will be lists, and within the lists there will be a line item. So this is the hierarchy or the building blocks of the Anaplan, right? So any organization that thinks about planning their business will purchase a private workspace from the Anaplan vendor. Um, uh, Not necessary it is just one workspace. They can have multiple workspaces to plan their businesses. For example, if an XYZ organization wants to plan their finance business, or they want to plan their sales business or their operations side, so they will have three workspaces, and eventually each of those workspace will have all the data pertaining to that business, and all the processing will happen within that. So there will be three different workspaces on the cloud. For each workspace, there will be several licensed users access that would be given to, and eventually they could be using that to plan the business, right? So when a user tries to log into the workspace, he will see all the models within that, and not necessarily all the models will show to him because we can again restrict the access. Um, Say for example, if one workspace is having 10 models, a user can be given access to only two models out of those 10. And the other models can be hidden, the view access can be disabled for the user, right? So workspace is a collection of models. You can consider workspace as a complete like a complete folder within your desktop, right? Within that folder you will have multiple documents. Like one folder will be one workspace and that is private to just one organization.
Okay, and does it means like the company needs to download its information into the cloud?
Solution architect or the Anaplan um, uh, the master Ana planner who will manage the workspace and all of that. So he will enroll or register the users who should have access to that workspace and within which models and all of that. So he will be monitoring that closely, right? Okay. So now moving ahead. So within this workspace, as I said, there will be multiple models to plan all the businesses. So there will be one sales model. There can be one finance model, like all the planning with respect to the finance. There'll be a separate model altogether within that workspace. And if there is an again like a HR model that needs to be planned in terms of the workforce, like how many people are getting hired this year, how many people will be working on which projects, and all of that. So you have to plan your the human resource part. So you will create a separate model altogether and import only all the data that is pertaining to that model, right? So model in a layman term will be collection of lists, modules, line items, and all of that. Like it will have all the data that is needed to plan that particular business. Okay. So you had any questions, Alina?
Okay, let's move on. Not for this part. Okay, let's continue.
Okay, okay. So models will have all the self-contained data, all the data pertaining to that business. And the moment you integrate the upstream system, you will see the data flowing in. Say, for example, if you want to plan your sales, right? So you will have a transaction system that will be a separate system altogether. Maybe there that can be an Oracle system, right, or an SAP system. So you will be bringing that SAP system to Anaplan. You will be doing an Informatica connection and integration. So you will see all that transactional data flowing from the SAP system to Anaplan system. And once that comes in inside Anaplan, that will be that will be stored within the model. And eventually, when the data gets changed, right, you will see the changes getting applicable everywhere within that model. When I say everywhere, like the data will be used to show on the dashboards, or to create some logic or to do some processing or anything for that matter, right? So if you the moment you see the changes in the data coming in, you will see the data wherever that is getting referenced, everywhere the changes will happen, and it is very dynamic. Okay.
Okay.
So models are made up of components. They are made up of modules which house the line items. So you can consider model as an Excel workbook. You are very familiar with Excel, right? You would have used it for
Yeah.
yeah, many businesses. So basically, the complete workbook within your system, right? So that Excel workbook is a model. And within that Excel workbook, you will see multiple worksheets, each worksheet, right? So each worksheet you can consider as a module. So the
Okay.
workbook will have all the data pertaining to that business. Say if I want to plan my sales, or if I want to plan my finance, I will have one Excel workbook, and I will have all the data coming in from multiple locations, and everything will be housed within that workbook. So within that workbook, there might be one Excel worksheet as budget forecasting. There can be another worksheet as a profit and loss ledger. Uh, there might be other worksheets as well, right? So all the data pertaining to the finance will be housed within that workbook. Similarly, within Anaplan, you would have one model and all the data will be housed within that.
Okay, and as I understand, is it right that Anaplan has a lot of functions that are common to Excel, but the main difference is that Anaplan is more productive. It can store more information and yeah, so
Correct. So basically, all the disadvantages that you have within Excel, right? Everything is taken care in Anaplan. See, in Excel, there is a limitation of the data that it can.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yes,
can't
because
have more than 1 million records. Like, and
yeah,
if you have complex logics, if you have references across worksheets, it slows down. It hangs up. It takes a lot of time for processing, and it is not dynamic. The moment you change the data, like if you have, say, for example, like 500,000 records and there are operations on that data like there are like the numerical data you have, the sales data you have, you have some complex logics and all of that. It tries to slow down and there is a lot of limitations, and it is main drawback is it is standalone. It is something that only you can access, other users cannot access unless and until you share or you archive them or you put it somewhere. So it is only pertaining to you, but this can be accessed anywhere from the globe. Anyone can logging in. So there is a mobile application as well as a desktop application. Since it's on cloud, it is very robust, simple to use, provides a very simple user experience and very dynamic.
okay, I see. Excel has a limited capacity, and does Anaplan has any limit? Like for business purposes, you can have a lot of information, and when the productivity is over, like does it have any limit? Because every day the amount of information is growing.
So you're saying the more and more data gets grown, like are you asking if there is any limitations with Anaplan?
Yeah,
Yeah. So basically, Elena, like, say, for example, your organization wants to implement Anaplan. Say you're implementing this in 2020, and maybe 5 years down the line, you will see some data being not used or some models within that workspace not being used, right? So it provides you to archive that historical data, historical models, basically. So the models
okay.
not in use can be archived, can be deleted. All those options are there. I will definitely walk through while we get inside. I'll show you inside the UI itself, like how things work.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so basically, the once the organization purchases the workspace, right, there will be some pre-built models, like as a reference models, like organizations can follow. It talks about how to consume data and provide some meaningful business information and all of that. So that is also there. Like some pre-built models also exist, but usually organizations go with creating custom models and creating custom modules, lists, and all of that. Okay, now getting inside the model, once we have created the model that will host or that will have all the data to plan a particular business, we will have the actual workhorses of the data, right? So within, for example, within the sales model, I will have multiple worksheets. Within that workbook, I will have multiple worksheets, right? So the first worksheet may be like employee profiles worksheet. The second might be the employee expenses worksheet. The third might be the sales regions, sales performance, and all of that. So all the data pertaining to my sales of the organization, I will see within that workbook, right? So individual worksheets are the modules. Like modules will have the actual data that will be used for our calculations, that will be used for our reports. That is where the data will be coming in and the data will be getting processed internally, right? So the module is capable of holding the data as well as the data getting manipulated. So this is very similar to an Excel worksheet within the workbook.